Hi everyone, this is Satish Hooli, Civil Engineering Department. Today we are going to take a topic on problems regarding bleaching powder. Okay, so this is the first example. Here what it states that it is required to supply water to a population of 20,000, okay, at a per capita demand of 150 liters per day. The disinfectant used for chlorination is bleaching powder, which contained around 30% of available chlorine. Determine how much of bleaching powder is required annually at the water work if 0.3 ppm of chlorine dosage is required for disinfection. Okay, so you're finding how much amount of bleaching powder is required. Okay, the first step is here what you're doing is you're calculating the total amount of water, because you need to calculate that, right? To calculate how much amount of bleaching powder you require, first you need to know what's the amount of water. So that is nothing but 20,000 the population into per capita demand. So we'll have 3 into 10 raised to 6 liters. Okay, next one, you need to calculate for that how much amount of chlorine is required, okay, per day itself. So that is nothing but, so here he has stated that 0.3 ppm of chlorine, okay, in that water work itself. So that is nothing but ppm is nothing but 3 mg per liter into the amount of water. So you will have around 0.9 kg. Okay, so this is that amount, daily requirement. Again, what he has stated in the problem itself, what he has stated, since the chlorine contained in the bleaching powder is around 30%. Okay, so 30%. Okay, it means what? What does that mean? It is nothing but for 100 kg. If there is a 100 kg of bleaching powder, in that 30 kg will be of chlorine. Okay, so now to find out how much is the chlorine, how much is that amount of bleaching powder, okay, what we need to do, therefore the amount of bleaching powder required based on the annual consumption, that is nothing but that equals to 0.9 into 100 divided by 30. 0.9 is this one, 100 is that, okay, 30 is 30%. So that will be 3 kg. Next one, how much is the annual consumption? So annual consumption of bleaching powder equals to nothing but, you have got the 3, so 365 days it is. Okay, so 3 into 365, so you'll have around 1095 kg. So 1095 kg is nothing but 0.95 tons. So this much of bleaching powder you required annually, okay, for that respective water. Now we'll go for that second one. So in the second one, what he has stated that the chlorine usage in the treatment of 20,000 cubic meters per day is 8 kg per day. So 8 kg of chlorine you are consuming for this much amount of water. The residual chlorine 10-minute contact is about 0.2 mg per liter. So this is residual. Residual is nothing but it's in leftover chlorine. Okay, so calculate the dosage in milligrams per liter. So what is the chlorine demand of water? You need to find how much quantity of chlorine they required. In the theory also, what is that demand? Okay, after consumption, actual minus of that residual. Okay, so now first what you are doing, you are finding out how much amount of chlorine is required, the dosage. So for that, again what you are doing, you are calculating how much liters, that is 20 million liters. So for that 8 kg, so 8 milligrams, 8 million grams it is. So what, how much for per liter, how much chlorine is required? So 8 divided by 20. So that is around 0.4 milligrams per liter. So this much of chlorine is required per liter itself. So this is hence the chlorine dosage equals to 0.4 mg per liter. So this is how much amount of chlorine is required per liter itself. So again what I said, so residual chlorine is that leftover chlorine. So it is already given, that is how much, that is 20 mg per, sorry, 0.20 mg per liter. It is already given. So hence actual chlorine dosage with the reaction in water, that is chlorine demand equals to what, 0.4. okay, so 0.4 is what, 0.4 is that actual one, okay, minus 0.2. 0.2 is how much, that residual one, okay. So that is nothing but 0.2 mg per liter is the chlorine demand, okay. So in the theory also you have seen that it is actual minus residual, okay. So this much is that chlorine demand itself. Next one, okay, what he has said, calculate the quantity of bleaching powder required per day for disinfection of 4 million liters per day. The dosage of chlorine to be 0.5 ppm. So ppm is nothing but you can write in terms of milligrams per liter, and the bleaching powder contains 30% of available chlorine. So chlorine required for the treatment of water is for that water is 4 into 10 raised to 6. For this one you require a chlorine quantity of water, you require a chlorine content, okay. How much chlorine? So dosage is how much, 0.5 ppm. So percentage is around 30. You need to find the amount of bleaching powder. So first you need to find the chlorine content. So chlorine content for 1 liter, it is how much, it is 0.5 mg per liter. For 4 million liters, it is how much, you cross multiplying it, you are getting the value, that is 2 kg. Next one, the amount of bleaching powder. So 30% is that, okay, you got a 2 kg. For 2 kg amount is bleaching powder required is, cross multiplication you can find that it is around 6.67 kg itself, okay. So this is about the amount of bleaching powder you required, okay. So these are the few problems regarding bleaching powder and chlorine itself. So thank you very much. Stay home, be safe.